Omar Figueroa defeats John Molina. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. I want to give my post-fight thoughts. Omar Figueroa versus John Molina Jr. I did not actually score it on paper, but I'm pretty good with the eye test. It was a fun fight. It was on Fox, PBC on Fox. Good co-feature action. They were throwing some heat. Omar Figueroa defeated John Molina Jr. unanimous decision. And it took forever for the decision to be read, which was really weird. I thought it was a fun fight. You know, it was a hard fight to score from the eye test. They both did some solid things. They both had certain things that at an elite level they would probably want to work on, like defense, stuff like that. Mixing up the punches. I think for me, Canelo Alvarez is one of the people that comes to mind. Canelo, the way he when he's getting offensive and letting off an onslaught, he mixes up the punches well, and it's like really seamless. I think Figueroa and Molina in spots, they both were a little bit predictable and repetitive with the punches they chose to throw. I tweeted this. I think either one of them would have, it would have paid really big dividends had they actually mixed up some straight shots with, they were throwing, you know, especially Molina, but both of them, they're throwing these like chopping and wide looping type of like club punches and stuff like that, which could debilitate you. But if they would have mixed that up and like basically do what Maidana did versus Adrian Broner, you know, still don't break away from the looping, awkward chopping, you know, chop down shots and stuff like that, but sharpen up. And the shorter you look at what's the fastest way to travel a straight line from point A to B. So anything that's shorter is going to be it's going to be a benefit for you, you know, the shorter shot as opposed to a wide shot, especially if you're in there with a fast reflex guy, fast twitch muscle, someone who can counter you. But styles make fights. They both have similar styles. It was a fun fight. Fight really could have went either way from what I seen. I personally, from the eye test, I would have gave a slight edge to John Molina. I think his work was consistent, although there were a couple times where he was rocked and you didn't really see Figueroa react much. But you can't really score like that because some people just have crazy chin, like Ruslan Provodnikov. We don't see him spilling about, and you know, I'm sure the punches when he's fighting Lucas Matisse and different guys, I'm sure the punches hurt, you know, John Molina, but you never really seen Ruslan Provodnikov hurt. So you can't really just score based on someone having an immense poker face or chin, you know. So even though John Molina, he did get rocked a few times and it looked like he was hurt, his legs buckled, he clinched when needed, and he just kind of boxed better. I think Omar Figueroa did good things considering the fact he was on a long layoff and hasn't been active. I was actually really impressed with his chin, and I was really impressed with his conditioning given the fact that he hasn't really fought, you know. But I think we might have got a sharper Figueroa had he been more active, and this is why you got to take this sport seriously. You can't just disappear and then come back when you want, and you know, at the elite level. So to me, I give a slight edge to John Molina. I felt bad for him at the end. You know, the scorecards were bullshit. I don't remember all of them, but you know, I heard them when they read it, and some of them were really wide. Even if you had Figueroa winning, it would have been close. You know, it wouldn't have been no wide type of decision. Whoever won it close because it was very competitive throughout. You know, there's different things. Molina did some good work in there. I think ultimately the reason why I gave him the fight is he was consistent throughout, picking his shots, kind of landing more flush. Figueroa was doing some good work and landing some big stuff, and like I said, he did clip Molina sometimes, but he sometimes was smothering his work where he could have took a step back and he would have more effect. And both of them, I think, could have benefited from mixing up the punch and threw some straight shots in there. you know, instead of the same type of looping type of shots. I think the straight rights would have been nice, or just overall more straighter punches. Omar Figueroa did real good in round 7 and 9, I want to say. The 12th round, I believe I gave to John Molina, and when the fight, there were like 10 seconds, and then the bell rang. Figueroa looked like he knew he lost the fight. Like, he looked disappointed. He was like, man, fuck. And then he like threw his hands down like, damn it. Like, he was really trying to get Molina out of there. And, you know, you never know when you're on that long layoff, you don't know how you're going to feel until you get in there, sparring, training camp. Other thing you have to keep in mind is this fight was supposed to take place at 140. You know, that could have been a different fight, because it looks to me like Figueroa's body has changed. Like, it looks like it's getting harder and harder for him to make 140. He's going to have to make a decision there, because that's not professional. He's becoming like a Julio Cesar Chavez. Everyone talks about like when Gervonta Tank Davis missed weight and then made weight in his last fight with Hugo Ruiz, even though no matter what, nobody really thought Hugo Ruiz was truly going to beat Tank. You know, people made a big deal, and you have Figueroa, who's constantly missed weight, you know, on some Julio Cesar Chavez shit, missed weight like guys like Broner. But it's funny that some guys, they get thrown under the bus when they miss weight, and they get lambasted when they're not being professional, but other guys don't. But anyway, Figueroa's gonna have to sort out his weight, go back to the drawing board. He won the fight. They said could have went either way, I guess. I thought Molina won. I thought he did enough to win, and he had more of a structured game plan to me. Figueroa, like I said, he could have do some tweaks, and probably just being active will help you be sharp. Figueroa, he does this weird thing with his head where he's like turning his head, and I've always noticed it, but it's just weird how he was moving. How he was just shifting, like it's like he almost had like a tick or something. Like he's just side to side with it. But you know, he created a moving target. So fun fight. I'm about to watch the main event. Let me know what you guys think. Figueroa versus Molina. I would have gave it to Molina, you know, but slightly. Either way, it was a close fight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next videos, Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.